Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, Ulysses. Welcome to the God Factory. Anyway, one of these days, if I continue to play this game, I'll be making an alliance here called the God Factory. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go make one now, just in case somebody sees this video and tries to steal the name. Because, there's haters everywhere. Every time I join a game, there's haters. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. The video is about how to make a jumper. So, anyway, if you're unfamiliar with these types of games, a lot of these games will allow you to make a jumper. And that just means that you'll you'll have a regular account probably, and then you'll have a jumper account. And mainly your regular account is not going to be your main account in the future. It'll be more like, like it'll be something to fuel your jumper. Like you'll be loading resources onto there. You'll be using it to, kill monsters and everything so that your jumper can get gifts. And that's pretty much all you'll be using your main account for. And you'll be using it to your main account to explore the game on how to level up and whatever. Let me see. It works. And just kind of figure out how to level up and see how it is late game type. Now, it's going to take you a long time to get into late game with a regular account, unless you kind of use the same techniques that the jumper uses as far as it can go. So before I get into explaining what to do in order to build a jumper, the first thing I have to do is let you know the main points. So the main thing that you're going to be focused on is getting your commander up to the highest level. And I think maybe this is level 50 is the maximum. Maybe that's normally what it is when on these newer kind of games. Well, it's not really new, but it's in early stages of its development. It's not to that point where they're adding super high hero levels and stuff like Game of War. I think they're at level 300 or 400 hero level and level 10,000 base level or some shit. I mean, it's really ridiculous in Game of War now. But anyway, that's the first thing you want to focus on, and I'll tell you how to get that level up, for free or, for using a little bit of resources. I've been told that, the free way, the free technique, using zero resources isn't really that necessary since there's so much resources on this game, but I'm just totally into saving every little bit until I jump, except for on certain jumpers. I'll have multiple jumpers that I'll do different things with. Anyway, the next thing you're going to want to be focused on is you're going to want to get this up to level, it looks like it might be level 8 on here. Autocomplete alliance quests. You're going to want to get that to level 8 as fast as possible. And then after that, you're going to want to get it to a level 10. And if you're a spender, you're going to want to max this out before you jump. So you're going to want to get all the way up there. As high as it'll let you. I think it's level 40. Let me see. Yeah, it's level 40. So you want to do level 40, get to level, you don't really have to get to level 40 because, well, yeah, you do, because you got all that production and everything, and it has better boosts. But anyhow, and the way you're going to get up there is, you're going to have to spend money, and then to pass certain thresholds. And then after you pass the threshold with the money, then you can just spend gold on it that you will earn from doing events and other crap. So anyway, first things first, you'll also be killing some monsters around here and stuff. I don't really there's different ways of making a jumper, and the standard way is to only use the energy that loads for free. So you get on every day and you'd use your energy. But in this game, there are things called monster alliances, and you can get tons and tons of, gold and everything doing those things by joining those monster alliances if you can get in, because you want to save up as much gold as you can. So getting as much gold as you can is a good idea. And then right before you jump, you'll want to train, millions and millions of troops. There's no nerf on here, which means that you can train as many tier 1 troops as you want, and they won't become weak after like 14,999,999. Like in Game of War, you can only train 14,999,999 troops at tier 1 level before you train one more troop and it's done. Like you get hit by like a tier 4 march of like 1,000 and you're losing still. Anyway, the next thing that you want to do is to be focused on is where's this thing at? I'm still pretty new at this game, but it's the same thing. It just has different looking things. Okay, so you're going to want to be stacking up materials. I just made this account, so I don't really have any materials. You're going to want to be stacking up materials and trying to build all this gear in here. So your beginner's gear is obviously going to be your most important stuff at first. So you'll want to build this. You'll want to craft these things, manufacture it on here. So what it's called. So you'll manufacture these things, and you want to make sure that you only manufacture, level 6 legendary items, and then your scientists and all that shit. And then you'll want to try to get a hold of these special event gears, and you probably won't be able to craft these core gears until level 10. But you'll still want to get the items for that. And if you're a spender, you can also, spend over time too. It doesn't really matter. If you're going to spend over time, you may as well just make a regular account. But then again, no. If you make a regular account, you don't plan on just, dropping tons of money fast, then you'll get hit, and then maybe somebody will steal the resources that you purchased because you'll hit a wall where you can't afford to spend anymore. So you've already collected this 10 million food or whatever, and you're waiting for this timer to go by so that you ran out of speed ups, but you're waiting for this this timer to go by, and you're just sitting there with 10 million food or resources in your hand, and you're running out of what is it called, gold for shields, and your shield's about to run out, or it already has run out, and you're just like a sitting duck there with millions and millions of resources. However much is a lot of resources on this game. You're sitting there with lots of resources, and some big dude just comes and wipes out $50, $100, $20, $10 worth of resources that you actually purchased with real money, because you can go in here and buy stuff. I haven't bought anything on this game. I don't know if I am yet, but that's the beauty of being a jumper. You don't have to spend. All you have to do is do the jumper activities to get the things you need. So you'll want to get these quests done, and you'll want to get that VIP up, like I said. And then you'll want to stack up the gold and get your VIP up as high as level as you can with your gold, unless they give you like VIP and the monster gifts and everything like that. So you don't really have to use your gold on it. But that is predicated on the event that you get into a monster killing alliance. And just realize that if you use your hero or your commander in this game to go out, and you press that button and you use this stuff here, this hero energy or commander energy, if you use that commander energy, you might, depending on how you play, you might be sitting for a little while longer as a jumper, because you're really supposed to save all of that. You're supposed to save it all up in the original strategy of a jumper. You're supposed to save it all up until you get your hero tree maxed out, or commander tree, and you want to max this out all the way as far as you can, and then you start to use that saved up energy so that it's used the most effectively. And by the way, while you're a little jumper, you can just I don't recommend using speed ups or using resources from your items here to do any upgrading. I recommend just hanging on to all that. Just let it all stack up here. Don't collect it, because if you're level 5 and you've collected all these resources and stuff, just the resource items, you're not going to be able to protect those resources, and they're going to get stolen. You're a jumper for no reason almost, besides the fact that your hero gets leveled up. So what you'll do is you'll try to get your research facility. You'll get all this stuff maxed out as a jumper, as far as it'll go as at level 5, and then you'll continue to basically sit. And after that point, you can start using your research facility to complete your jumper tasks a lot quicker. I don't really recommend doing that, because if you do it, unless you're doing it manually, if you're doing it manually, use your research facility. If you're doing it automatically, like I'm going to show you how to do, then I don't recommend using that, because it'll use a lot of your resources over time. And even so, you know, it's just more effective to do it the cheaper way. So let's see. First of all, this is where you want to come into the event section. So we have this over here, if you can see that little dot. So in the event section, you are looking to mainly do this circulation event, building research training. So you'll be wanting to do this. It doesn't give you any gold. It doesn't look like it, but there's another building event that does give you gold. So don't worry about that. And plus monster events will give you gold as well. Let's see. So this is what you're trying to get. You're trying to get, I guess those maps. I don't really know what they're for yet, but you know, they should come in handy. And you'll want that commander energy. The commander energy and the resources are the most valuable thing in there, it looks like. So as you can see, it says you need to get building power, research power, or troop power, or all three. But really, you're going to be focused on building power. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to get the building power. First, I'm going to show you the cheapest way, which is the free way. So it's the slowest way too, but it does complete the events. And it's much better to do this way if you have a macro or an automatic clicker of some sort. And right now I'm going to show you how to use an automatic clicker. So the manual way is obviously you just click on the gold mine, set up a little Facebook account if you want to. If you don't want to set up a Facebook account, a burner Facebook account that you'll never log on to, then just, use one of your farms, because your farms, they only require 3 resource types. It requires the resource that it is not producing. The 3 resources that it doesn't produce. The buildings up here will require you to use all 4 resources. I can't show you that because, yes I can. Let me just demolish that. So, training grounds, it'll require all 4 resources and a significantly larger amount of all the resources. So, as you can see, from demolishing that, I've gained points. So I got 20 points, not from demolishing, but demolishing and rebuilding. So I got 20 points off that. And I'm going to level this all the way back up. All the way. All right, we're leveled up. Now, we'll go back here. And it says I have 360 points in this event now. I'm almost to the first tier. But I'm not going to do it there yet. What I'm going to do, so it said 320 points, is it? Yeah, 360 points. So here we go. I'm going to just use my gold mine though. So at 360 points, we're going to go ahead and build and then demolish and then build and then demolish and then build, whatever, even if you just do it once, you'll get some points, but you're not going to complete the event with just one-time building. So build, whatever. All right, so I did it a couple times. We were at 360. Now we're at 465. So 465 power that we created. And as you can see, if you keep doing that, you'll get each of these tiers. And if you're going to do it manually, I do recommend that you either use your training grounds or you use your research facility. My research facility is actually under is being used right now, so you can't demolish it at that point. But now we're gonna, so that's how you complete the events and get that shit stacked up. So now we're gonna look over here at our commander experience points, 185,842. So if we go back here, we can do the same thing and demolish it. And if you notice, the gold mine requires no resources at all. See, building requirements, nothing. Whereas farms and everything else, building has requirements. But what do we say? 842 is the last numbers, 842. All right, so we'll build the gold mine, boom, and we'll demolish it, 842. We're at 842, now we're at 855. We'll build it again. 868. All right, as you can see, it's going up. It's going up very slowly. So, so you would want to actually, you know, like I said before, if you're going to do it manually, either use your training ground because it gives you the most about everything, or your training. Your training grounds. It only gives you 10 experience, but on the first level. But as you level it up, you get 30 there, so that's 40. Come on, and just keep going. So we were at 832 when we first started, but now, you know, a little bit more because of that other one. So we've already almost gotten 1,000 from it. So 186,762. 186,762. That's our number right now. So we'll just do that one more time so you can see it. I mean, or you can rewind the video. 186,762. Wait, 187. I forgot the number because I talked. 186,762. 726. 186,726. 186,726. 186,726. 186,726. 186,726. 186,726. 186,726. 186,726. All right, free. All right, we're going to stop it there. Oh, looks like we completed one tier. 187,584 is where we're at now. And on top of that, we have completed the first tier of that event. Boom, right there. And sometimes there'll be a research event. I mean, a building event where you see this research event at. And that research event, where you at, guy? Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so the research event, yeah, that's too big. Let me make that a little smaller. All right, so the research event, a building event will be right here. So that building event will give you like the same shit that this research event gives you. So if you aren't on all day, there's chances are we will miss the building event when it pops up. And I'm actually not sure how many building events happen on this game every day. There might be multiple. On some of these games, there's multiple. But you really want to focus on those events. Oh, wait, I think I know. Okay, so these maps. Yeah, these maps are they go to this thing so you can unlock the showroom. I'm pretty sure this is the showroom. On all the other games, it's the showroom or whatever. Well, it's some building that you can unlock by getting those things. So, anyhow, your research event, if you're doing this manually, you're gonna have to, you know, be on pretty constant. But if you want to do this automatically, you can get yourself a little auto clicker, or make a macro. Automatic clicker is what I'm showing you guys here. You guys can also use Nox or you know, any other means that you know. So what we'll do is we'll show you how to use this one. And since I use my automatic automation or whatever, I like to put my clicker over here, or whatever I use. I like to put it over here to my my gold mine, because with my gold mine, I don't have to actually use any resources. And while I'm asleep, if I use resources, I can run out. So I don't want to be stacked with a bunch of resources. I don't want someone to come and attack me and then I have no resources while I'm asleep. And then I'm trying to do this build and then it's like clicking weird stuff because of the fact that I don't have resources anymore because I just got attacked. So that is a thing. So if you're going to turn this on while you sleep, I do recommend that you use the gold mine. Unless you know for a fact you're going to be shielded. But I don't really recommend spending gold on shields. That's just like, you're going to have to sit to be a jumper for a lot longer. And like, if I didn't explain it in the beginning of the video, the point of being a jumper is so that you can jump, you can stack up all the stuff you need, and then get leveled up as high as you can without going above level 5 and get your VIP and everything up so that you can jump to a new server when a new server is open, so that when new players join the game and everything, everybody joins that new server, you have a head start and you are already maxed out and everything is cheaper while you're leveling up. And everything is cheaper because your hero or commander has these skill points in which you can boost your research, you can boost your construction, and that's pretty much why you want that. And then your VIP has a construction boost. I'm not sure if it has a research boost, but let me see. Construction speed up 35, but it has defense boost, blah blah blah. It does have a construction boost, and I think it eventually has other crap. It has a whole bunch of stuff that you'll want to get before you jump. So here goes the automatic clicking thing. So you're going to want to make sure that your times are set up according to your connection speed, because if you're going to be lagging a little bit here and there, then you're going to want to set your start delay a little bit longer and then your end delay a little bit longer than what you can click. And your duration obviously needs to be like a regular clicking time. But do realize that the longer these delays are, the longer it's going to take for you to complete these events. So, and that's why I generally use this this gold mine, because it doesn't really matter too much, because it's only doing one build. Everything else you'll have to do multiple builds. You have to stack. You have to like I did up here with the training thing. You'll have to layer these buttons to keep doing that same thing over and over again until it gets high enough level, and then demolish, and then it'll go again. So first of all, we're going to click that so that we can get that. So number 1 is on our plot. Number 2 is going to be on clicking the gold mine. Number 3 is going to be clicking on build. And then what I like to do, well, I'm going to show you the regular way first. So 4, because it's going to go back there on the plot. Then 5 is going to go to demolish. 6 will go to the demolish confirm. And then are you sure? Okay. Number 7 will drop there. And essentially you're done here if you don't want to do anything else. So now after that, we can just go ahead and start our auto clicker, and it will just do things automatically like I showed you. And you'll be getting that experience, and you'll be completing that event, and you'll get all of the events all throughout the day, all throughout the night. And if you want to do this all day long, but you obviously need your phone for stuff, what you'll have to do is you'll have to have a PC, preferably Windows, and you'll need to download BlueStacks or some sort of Android emulator. So you'll download BlueStacks or whatever, and then you will download this automatic clicker or use a macro. And what you'll do is do the same thing here, and then you'll just leave that on all day long, unless you need your computer. But you'll leave it on when you go to work. Your computer's at home, and you just put it on your computer, and you get back home, and it's still doing this, and and you'll get back and you'll see that your hero has leveled up. So, see, it has went and clicked one of these things up here. So I'll show you what it did click. It clicked one of these. So I think it was this. Yeah, the bridge. So number 5 clicked here, and that's what I'm talking about when I say that there could be a lag in this. So you want to make sure that your numbers are timed correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'll time them correctly. I'll just put in more seconds in ahead. So 2 seconds delay, blah blah. 1.8. I mean, it's not that serious, you know. You get what I'm saying, though. I'm actually not going to do that. But what I will do is this. I'll show you guys one more time. Just imagine that I had clicked those. And just imagine that I made it better. And that it won't click the build, the bridge. So anyway, and I'll show you guys. Well, I can't because if I get out of here, it'll stop. In the settings of this actual automatic clicker, you can set the default timing, so you don't have to, you know, go in there and do each one of these. You can set the default timing so that each one of them are always each one of these points are always created with like 2 seconds of end and start delay. But anyway, demolish. Okay, so boom, we did that. And what I like to do is I like to put number 8 over here so that I can get this little gift all night long. And if it's not there, you know, it'll just go to cancel. And after that, I do like to come down to my quests, and I do like to get my daily quests. But since there is no quests, you know, you'll have to do this when there are quests, and you'll just leave number 12 there, you know, and then you'll want to go back to your quests. And depending if you have VIP on or not, see, you'll have to